And we are back. Yes, it is JC. Trust me, it's not a catfish. This is me. You got Judah with me, as always. You already know when we come together, but oh my God, say it again. When we get together on this episode of a crossover, man. And you know what's crazy?
Oh, defaults.
I realized that Amazon Prime, when they do, I think they should just call it the crossover. But guess what though? We was doing it first. So I'm not changing. Shout, shout out
Amazon
to
Prime.
you can come on the show. But yeah, man. What's today? Today is officially December 19th. So we're gonna give y'all a preview of the Christmas slate games because I doubt we'll do an episode before then. You know, we got the winner of the NBA Cup. We're gonna talk about that. We got some trade rumors, some beef. We know we got to get into the MVP and the Rookie of the Year ladder. And man, we got a great show for y'all today. I just realized something, Judah, though, and I'm gonna put this on the screen. I'm gonna put this on the screen.
Okay.
For y'all who are watching, if y'all can see this, y'all see the subscriber count 296. He is 4 away from 300. Now, when y'all watch these videos, we not even asking y'all to tap in with the payment, the paid comments. All we do is just ask y'all to just watch, like, comment, and subscribe. That's all we ask y'all to do. And maybe even click a bell here and there. 4 subscribers away for unofficially retired, man. Y'all go ahead and make that happen. Y'all see this video. And a crazy thing is, I'm actually 4 away from 100.
Oh, I gotta make that happen then.
So y'all go. We just need 4 here, 4 there. Y'all make that happen for us, man.
Bro, that's 8 people. 8
people.
people gonna watch the video.
8
So
people.
that's it. We just, tell your friends to tell your friends' friends, or tell your mama. My mama tell people. My mama know a lot of people.
Anybody you can get to subscribe, bro. Just get them to subscribe. That's
I
all.
send it to my mama. She sent it to a whole bunch of people. Hey, you better use your resources.
Hey, man, y'all see what we need y'all to do. But y'all know when we get on here, first thing we always got to run by is these standings, man. Now, usually when we get on here, these are looking way different than what they looked like before. But I feel like the more the season going on, I think things are starting to get a little bit more concrete.
Starting to take shape.
Yeah, it's starting to take shape because I believe like this top 4 was pretty much the same last time we got on. I think now that I'm looking at the Knicks
I think
kind of
Toronto was at 2.
yeah. And shout out to Toronto. They staying in it. I definitely thought they was kind of having a fluke little run, but they, like you said, they was at 2, they at 3 now. I think the biggest takeaway just looking at it though is like look at number 9.
Look at 8.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? It's like the games lost those from 13 to 3. That's like a 2-game winning streak here or there from like a big jump or a big fall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 8 is a surprise. I don't know what's going on with the Cavs. I don't think it's an injury thing with them, no more than it is any other year. I don't know if that lineup just doesn't work.
Two extremely small guards, 2 extremely big bigs, and then DeAndre Hunter. Yeah, that is how they operate. But I don't know. To be honest, I have no idea what's going on in Cleveland. I can't sit here and say I've watched a plethora of their games. I probably watched a handful, but I wouldn't think their record was this bad. That's insane.
Yeah, because I'm used to them going through the regular season like 20-5, 30-10, like running through the regular season.
Yeah, but then at least I don't know, bro, because I'm trying to phrase it properly. I'm not trying to talk bad about Donovan Mitchell, but all these other teams with superstars is in the playoff hunt for sure. And I don't even know if you want to call Maxey a superstar, like I don't think Philly has a superstar. So just like all these other teams got one, y'all got one, y'all as in Cleveland, and y'all in 8th. Now, like you said, bro, it's a few between 6 and 13. That's like a couple 4-game win streaks. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing crazy, but it's also extremely surprising considering we like more than a quarter away through the season.
Yeah, like you said, I haven't watched like a lot to tell you. That's why I posed the question, what is it? Because from the outside looking in, I'm thinking, like you said, you got two guards that can get you 30. You got two bigs that's, rim protectors. Evan Mobley is supposed to be taking the next step and the next step and the next step. And then, I know they got Lonzo off the bench now. I think he got hurt maybe last night. I'm not sure, or recently.
Let's hope
Um,
not.
yeah, I hope not, because I think he's been doing good off the bench over there. But it's definitely too much talent to be 15 and 13 for sure. I know that for a fact.
Man,
And like you said, everybody in the East pretty much who has a superstar. I mean, because like you said, I don't really consider Maxey a superstar. I feel like superstars are like, if I put Bron, KD, and Curry as like superstars, then I'm not putting Maxey in that tier. But he's definitely an ascending star, an all star in the league.
or a star then, because I
Yeah,
don't think Jalen Brown in that category either.
yeah, me either.
Or
Toronto doesn't
Bi.
have one,
Yeah, Toronto don't have one, and yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like the top six, I can get jiggy with the top six. I think Boston, in my opinion, is. I mean, their record ain't really like screaming we overachieving with Tatum out, but shit, it works for their conference, I guess.
Man, and I don't. You probably about to move on, but side note, nigga, I seen something that said it was one of them a real doctor that be on Twitter. And he was like, Jason Tatum could pretty much play whenever he wants to. He said it's just about him feeling comfortable. But he said he can play whenever he would like.
Tatum got hurt. He got hurt in the playoffs. When did Tatum get hurt last
Yes,
year? In the
which is
playoffs?
insane in the playoffs. That's what
That's
make that shit crazy.
that's wild right there. Like they get Tatum back, they add him back. I think he's got to like really rethink how the East shakes out for real, because shit, they get Tatum back. We not really too far from removed from Boston being like that team in the East for real. So
And get his guy back. I mean, I feel like they got rid of a lot of important pieces, but shit, the most important one is still there, nigga. He was just hurt, but he's still there, and Jalen Brown been holding it down. So
you think Jalen Brown is ready for Tatum to come back, or is he enjoying that number one option hoops?
he probably enjoying it, bro. He get to shoot whenever he want to. I mean, it's not like I don't think he had that short of a leash when Tatum was there though. Like I think he still could pretty much do what he want. I just think now it's just like, no, when we definitely need a bucket, you're getting the ball. And then
Yeah,
when Tatum come back, it'd be like, it was fun while it lasted, nigga.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, ain't nothing really too much like to analyze about it. I think everything looking the same. It's always the same play-in teams in the East, minus the Cavs. The Heat, Hawks, Bulls have lived in the play-in, so I mean nothing different than that. Shout out to the Pistons again. Like the Knicks, we're gonna talk about them with the cup, and
Gonna
I guess
say,
a bit of a controversy with that, but yeah, nothing really. You got the bottom dwellers down there. Ain't nothing really looking different.
free honest.
Yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. and shout out Khan. Good nipple. I don't. That's all I got for the rest of them niggas down there.
Oof.
4-20. What? Keep scrolling. I don't. I just want to see that shit.
Damn. Woo. All right.
And
All
they
right.
got vets on their team. That's what makes me like they got CJ McCollum, they got Chris Middleton, they got 4 dubs.
Yeah,
Hey,
I thought they would have been a little bit like better than that, like you said, due to the additions they got. And I really feel like nobody who over there really want to be over there for real. But damn, like you
oh
said,
no.
4 wins is crazy. All
Yeah.
right. Move on to the better conference, the West. And you know how things shook out last time. It's really been the top five all year for real. Just like rearranging itself. I think the Lakers was the 2 seed last time we looked. They fell down to the 3 seed. Houston took a bad loss to the Pelicans last night
I
and
peeped.
moved down to the 5. Shout out to the Timberwolves, made their way up to the 6.
They working, they play OKC tonight.
Oh, okay, okay. And Dallas been winning a little bit more lately too. Now that AD kind of finding a little bit of consistency as far as his play time.
Cool.
Yeah,
Great
cool.
White Hope.
Yeah, he been hooping. I ain't gonna lie. I can't even cap on that boy. He been hooping.
Hey man, I've been saying it for years. Been saying it for years since I see that nigga his main team, main with an E at the end, like the place. Main. Since I seen them, you know what I'm saying? Since I seen them, EYBL, what? What? I ain't gonna lie. You done had a coattail rider in me since then. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He looking like he coming into his own. We ain't even at the All-Star break yet. So shit. We gonna talk about that the rookie of the year race. I mean, he was already destined to get it off name, but now he's putting the play behind it too.
Mm-hmm.
Um Golden State's just ass, in my opinion. Like they roster is just bad. Um Memphis is like trying to, I don't know. Ja is like in and out the lineup. He'll come in the lineup, he's out. So the play in to me really looks um okay. Like it's nothing really surprising about it. Portland is, like I said, they a little better than what I thought. But I wouldn't be surprised if them, Dallas, or even maybe Utah are interchangeable by the end of the year or whatever.
For sure. I think Chauncey being locked up or whatever the fuck he is for that gambling is hurting Portland a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I just know sometimes when I dabble on these teams' Twitter pages, and I kind of was seeing people saying that the replacement Tiago Splitter was kind of empowering the players a little bit more, and maybe like putting them in different roles than what Chauncey was doing. I don't know. I just feel like they really don't have a bad roster, period. And who knows? I mean, they're not really supposed to be in playoff contention. I just think when Dame come back, that's going to be an interesting dynamic. What does he really have to give? What will his role be at this point? A year
Mm-hmm.
removed from the injury, a little bit older. I think a lot of people kind of really have forgot he even went over there at this point.
Yeah,
So that'll,
definitely.
that'll kind of be interesting. But I don't really see the top five changing, in my opinion. Like I think that'll be the five for the whole year. And I just think they're gonna change 2 through 6 maybe, because number 1 is locked up at this point.
Yeah, unless they take some kind of slide, but I don't see it happening. But yeah, I agree. I think one pretty much locked up. I think the Spurs. I don't know. Wemby and his health still scares me. So if and I know they went. I think they won 12 games, 12-2 or something like that when he was gone. Um, but this just the beginning of the season, so it's just like if he gets injured again, God forbid, and they got to miss 40, 50 games without him. It's like I don't know if they hold that top four spot. They might not fall into the play-in range of the 7 or nothing like that because they do got De'Aaron Fox, and I think they just more talented than any of these teams from 7 down. So I don't think they really fall in the play-in range, but I do think, like you said, this probably stay the same with a little shifting going on.
Right. Now I know we did have one of these topics. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it up there now while we got the standings, because as y'all can see, basically, I mean, shit, it's OKC and it's everybody else. I think with the cup game they had losing to the Spurs, I think people kind of saw them as mortal a little bit, but I think the
Hmm.
Spurs are kind of just with the stakes of that game, and they do have a roster to match up to them, so maybe they will be on the list of these teams that you might think. But who do you see as a real test in the West for OKC? Because I mean, shit, that's who everybody got to go through at this point. They're the defending champs.
5 and up. I don't even know how I feel about Minnesota. I love Ant, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. It just don't. When you watch him play, it just don't feel like there's a superstar on that team. It feels like he is one of the guys, even though he not. It just that's how they play. Maybe he's empowering people too much. You got KD, I got Jaden McDaniels. Hey, no, it's not how that really works. Um, so I don't really know about Minnesota, but I think Houston matches up really well against them with their ability to match the size. I think you can match the scoring, especially when Fred come back. Then you got we already talked about the Spurs, how well they match up. We saw that happen in real life. They match up well. the Lakers, due to their if AR continues to play the way he is, due to their offensive side of the ball, I think they can compete with OKC. Even though OKC play good defense, plays exceptional defense, to be honest. Um, I don't really think it ain't no stopping Luca per se. So I think if anything, him and Shea is a wash, and then you go with J Dub versus AR. Like I said, if AR keep playing that way, shit, that might be a wash too. And then it's Braun versus Chet. I just like Braun for the simple sake of it's Braun. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you break it down player by player, I think the Lakers got more of a chance than people give them. The Nuggets and the Thunder. Didn't the Nuggets play the Thunder in the playoffs last year?
It took him 7 last year.
It took them 7. So that'll tell you all you need to know right there. Like that'll tell you all you need to know with them not really the Nuggets don't really make many moves. So they added some depth. They added a backup big for Jokic, and I think that is tremendous because them non-Jokic minutes they used to get smoked. So the
Yeah.
answer to this is really everybody in the 2 through 5 on this list, in my opinion. Nuggets, Lakers, Spurs, Rockets. I think they all can give OKC fits.
Yeah, I agree with the like you just said, we just saw the Spurs. Granted it's one game, but I think pretty much OKC is not going to outrun San Antonio. Like they both play the same brand of basketball, and Wemby is the ultimate X factor.
Hmm.
They don't really have an answer. Like shit, they got Chet, but Wemby got it out for that boy. So it's like shit, he going 10 times harder every time they play.
You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell, and it's like Houston for sure. They got the defense, and I think them adding KD, like, okay, now we got somebody that we need a bucket. Okay, go get it.
Hmm.
And I think Sengun game has took a step up this year too, in my opinion. Yeah, he cold. Um, the Nuggets, like you said, yeah, they took him 7 last year. Jokic is like a Wemby. He's the ultimate X factor. OKC really don't have an answer for that. I know Caruso did a semi good job on him last year, but that's not really a fix. That's just like putting a band-aid over a leak. Like eventually he's gonna get his shit. It is what it is. Like you said, I think Tim Hardaway Jr. over there, that was a good pickup. He been hooping with them. Um the backup big. Who they got? Not
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas. Yeah, one of them Tunezes and Sarges and one of them.
And they got Cam Johnson too, and I know he's not playing as well as Michael Porter Jr. Two different roles, obviously, but
Yeah,
he does what Michael Porter Jr. doesn't, is plays defense.
right.
So
And
you
then
got a three and
got
D.
there. But and then you like you said with the Lakers, I feel like the Lakers' biggest thing would be if they get matched up in the playoffs with like two through like these teams that's in the first six would be we just need our big three to go nuclear every series. Like I feel like out of all the teams, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because they have those three, but I think they lack the athleticism, the speed of pace, and I know the game slows down in the playoffs, but I just think LA needs the most reinforcements out of all these teams to really compete. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at it last year when they got Luka and being a Bron fan, I'm kind of looking at it a little bit like blind. But now that I've seen y'all get built, granted y'all didn't have a real center, I just see how shit go. Like after seeing OKC and the Spurs play, after seeing Houston and Denver play, like LA is not on a tier with them athletically.
Yeah, no, most definitely can
But
agree
like
with you on that.
they have a trump card of okay, we might have the top 3 best players out of 5 in this series. Like they can say they're top heavy. Like
Mm-hmm.
our three, like I said, they 3 have to go nuclear. But I think if they can get more two-way players, they'll be better off. But
No,
do I trust
I agree. Get rid
even
of some of them. Get rid
no?
of them Vandos. I know some people like him. I just never understood the role he has.
And they don't.
Vando, the Gabe Vincent's. I understand why you got Gabe Vincent, but it ain't working out. Um, Bronny has not gone back to the G League, but Dalton Connect is. Uh, you're right. I might actually take them off the list. The more it. I think about it because the depth of OKC as well. Like, yeah, I don't see that. Yeah, never mind.
And that's why I
I
really
just
say,
know Luka can win series by itself. Sorry to cut you off, but like that's more so why I thought about it like that because it's like Luka can win a series by itself, bro.
yeah, that's why I really was saying like I'd be so critical of Rob Pelinka because he's always want to keep the picks, keep the picks, keep the picks. We'll make a move this summer, make a move this summer, make a move this summer, and he's holding these picks of these kindergartners in 2055 that like, bruh, stop trying to hold out for the big all-star and keep these picks to trade for when you could just fill out the roster. You have the all-stars already. You play you're in LA. You don't have to
Hmm.
track the superstars. They're already coming to the Lakers, bro.
Right.
So I just feel like his roster building since 2020, in my opinion, has deteriorated. It's been going down the hill every fucking year. You had the formula. You had it. You put
Yeah.
shooters, 3D players around LeBron and AD, and you put, centers around AD because he didn't want to play that position. Now that you got Luka, I feel like why not just build a team how they were built 2024 with Kyrie? I mean, that's basically him in Austin, isn't it? And then, you can have LeBron, I guess, be your PJ Washington and just get 3 and D players around them. So I don't know, bro. Like you said, the Vandos, the Gabes, the Dalton Connects, the Bronnies, I feel like even Rui plays out of position due to LeBron not being able to play the three. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
And I think the Rob Pelinka saving the picks thing, it's a little weird because it's like counterproductive because you saving the picks, but you also are telling the Lakers fans that you're not going to be good enough to pick. You're not going to be bad enough to pick in the lottery. So if I'm saving my own picks and I'm not going to be bad enough to pick a homegrown superstar, what the fuck do I need him for?
Yeah, because your first round pick from last year just got sent down to the G League after already being an older rookie anyway.
After getting robbed. If
Wait,
that
don't
wait,
no,
oh no. Oh,
no.
that's oh, he's a second round pick, right?
Yeah, he got robbed by
He
apparently
got
Puka.
robbed by Puka Nakua, little brother. Okay.
What the hell they
He got
got
a he got a truck stolen.
going on in LA, man? But yeah, we'll see. Trade season is almost it's here, but it ain't really hot. So we'll see what moves they can
Yeah.
make. But let's move on because I got a bit of a conundrum here. And as you can see by the banner,
Hmm.
we hung our banner up. Oh, there it goes for 10 seconds. But let me get right here to Shams. Hope y'all can see that. But if y'all don't know, the New York Knicks won the NBA Cup. I think they beat the Spurs. But unfortunately, they will not be raising the NBA Cup championship banner at Madison Square Garden. Sources tell ESPN. The previous two winners, the Lakers and the Bucks, raised banners for NBA Cup titles, and unfortunately, the Knicks decided not to. But they will celebrate with home fans Friday. So my question to you is, or my conundrum with this, is this not like backdooring the importance of the NBA Cup by not hanging the banner?
I'm gonna just hit you with a little biblicalness real quick. The pride cometh before the fall, my friend. And I think that's all this is, bro. They looking at it like, oh, it's just an NBA Cup championship. We don't have to hang the banner. It's just an NBA Cup chip, nigga. Y'all ain't had no banners to hang in forever and ever. You might want to, take heed and hang that banner, brother. Give fans something to look forward to. What the fuck is the point of celebrating with them? You're gonna celebrate with them at the game, but not raise the banner. Wouldn't they be excited to come to a banner night? Like, ain't ain't that the point? Ain't that the point of this being a whole? Y'all get money, y'all get a trophy. This is individual by itself. I'm with you on the questioning their thought process here. Um, that's why it's a separate event, essentially, just like the playoffs is supposed to be, just like the Super Bowl and things like that. It's a separate event. It comes with a banner, nigga, and a trophy, and what 500,000 for each of you niggas that won. What's the
Yeah,
point of not raising it? You just think, oh no, we're better than the cup, which is cool. You could think you're better than the cup, but you don't got no other banners.
and that's what I seen somebody slick say. I think they said it was kind of the insecurity of them, like knowing they haven't raised one in a minute, so they kind of felt like it would have been a joke, or the noticing of them not, raising one in a minute would have increased because, oh, look at these niggas raising the cup. I guess when the Bucks won theirs, few years removed of actually winning a championship. When the Lakers got theirs, few years
Plenty
removed.
of championships, but they got plenty. So they just, but that, sorry, to cut you off. But that saying that makes it even more dumb as Knicks as James Dolan to me. Like, nigga, the Lakers, what are they? They got the most championships, tied for the most. Like, and they hung their NBA Cup
Right.
banner.
It was important to them to do it, but
It
not
was
you.
important to the team that has the most ever to do it, but you, the niggas that have the least ever, no, just no, we're not gonna do that. I
Yeah,
don't.
I don't. So I mean, does the commissioner need to privately email niggas and be like, "Look, y'all gonna raise that banner because we don't need to have this where we need to know if a team gonna win it next year. They not gonna do it because I feel like that's backdooring the importance of it.
I don't, I don't know. I don't know. Are they? Are they? Do they have to raise a championship banner? Like on ring night, do they have to raise the banner?
I've never not seen anybody raise their championship banner.
I agree, but that's what I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't
So
even know if it's mandatory or
is it optional, and then everybody just always like, no, we're gonna do it because everybody else does it.
not. Right?
If it's optional, then I mean, I guess not. I guess you can't say nothing. It's optional, shit. But it's also like,
Why
damn,
not?
they loud outside. I'm sorry, banging. But yeah, why not? Pretty much. Like I don't know. I don't think the NBA Cup is a joke. I've actually enjoyed it more and more. I tweeted out that that Knicks Spurs game felt like March Madness. So I'm actually enjoying the NBA Cup more and more as it gets more common, as it gets more, as I get more used to it, as I see it more, as we understand the point differential and all of that, all things like that. Like, to me, it was the NBA Cup is not a joke at all. It's something I am starting to look forward to. The Knicks are a joke, and they always have been. So there's that. With my
I,
sentiments on that.
yeah, I don't understand it. I like you. I agree with you. I like the cup. I think they nailed that idea. I think it adds high stake game earlier in the season than when we would usually see. I think like even like the play in tournament, I like that idea. At first, I was like, "What the fuck?" But I mean, I like that. It's anything you can do to add high stakes game before the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that's when the competition raises. That's what we want.
Right.
But like you said, if it's not mandatory, you can't make them do it. But why not? I don't like that at all. I think you're not the franchise to say it. If the Lakers would have said it, okay, cool. If the Bucks would have said it, maybe like, okay, I get it. But like, come on, bro. You need to be trying to put something up there besides dust.
Hell, even if OKC said it, if they won the cup and it was like, bro, they just won their first championship ever. They an expansion team. They just won their first championship ever last year. And they still don't want to do it. It's still like, all right, cool. Y'all got a chip, you know what I'm saying? Y'all done ran through the league. Cool. But the niggas that have not won anything to finally win something and then say, hey, this is not a good enough win is insane to me.
Yeah. Before we move on, whose decision do you think that finally was though to not raise it?
Probably James Dolan. I don't know. He's not that intelligent, so I just
I
rock
just
with
feel
that.
like as a
I had to
player,
put
I would
something on it.
I would want that up there. Like, come on, man. But
Or maybe it was that. Now that you bring it up, let me not call Jalen not James Dolan not that smart. Even though his basketball decisions don't seem that smart. Maybe it was a player thing. Maybe they're like, hey, I don't. We got bigger fish to fry. Cool. Banners are for the fans anyway. It's not really about you. We don't. They didn't pack out the arena to watch you do what they're doing and look at the banner go up. Like, the banner's not even really about you. But you know,
New York Knicks Tings.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking
My
of a guy
nigga.
that I guess he has a relation to the New York Knicks. Pretty sure they hate him at this point. Trae Young made his return to basketball last night. I assume he was on a minutes restriction. Um,
Yeah.
a little iffy first game back. I know they lost to the Hornets. Y'all saw the record when we put up standings. They're right where they usually are, mid or a little bit better than mid. So I mean, y'all see the question. We all keep seeing the ascension of Jalen Johnson. Um, as I pull up their cap table. So I mean, shit, you see the question, man, does he have a future in Atlanta? Because the more Jalen Johnson ascends, the more they accumulate that Pelicans or Bucks pick, whichever one is worse. I mean, Trae Young's due up for an extension. They might not want to spend that money when they could, use him as an asset. So what do you think? Does he have a future in Atlanta?
Don't do it. Please don't do it. One of us goes in, then we all go through it. No. Wait, I don't he might, but he shouldn't, in my opinion. The league is still run by wings, bro. Like it's two examples offhand that I could think of that's like small guards leading you to championships. Isaiah Thomas, the original one, and Steph Curry. That's it. So this might be me having my normal take on extremely small athletes. I'm not a big fan of them, but yeah, if he's not gonna take you to the promised land, or if you don't have hope that he's gonna take you to the promised land, what the hell is the point of him being there? What the hell is the point of giving him an extension? You found your wing in Jalen Johnson that does it all. He can play defense, he can rebound, he can assist, he scores the ball no matter how it may look. What else do you need? You got it all bundled up into one. So now you need to build around him. You've been building this team around Trae. Jalen Johnson was drafted for Trae Young. I doubt you thought you had this type of player when you got Jalen Johnson. At least I damn sure didn't when he came out of Duke. So I doubt you got this. I thought you. I'm pretty sure you thought you had a lob threat for Trae. You had a if you could improve the 3 pointer, you had a 3-and-D lob threat, not Paulo Banchero type. You can go to the original, the LeBron James type, the my wing that I can run my offense through. Those are the teams that's usually successful. So why would I, unless Trae Young is going to change his whole style of play, which means his extension should not be a super max extension or the max either, if he's gonna change his role into just being a shooter and a ball handler. Like, so to answer the question, like, I think he does have a future. I don't think they're calling it quits on him. I think they want to see what it looked like with him and Jalen together. Um, but I don't think he should. I would try to trade him, see what you can get. Pretty sure there's some team or another out there that feels like he has great value. You know, bring him on in, whatever. Hell, call the Brooklyn Nets. I'm not. I don't. I don't think it would move me none. But Trae Young, Michael Porter Jr. They used to play EYBL together. There you go. Do something. I don't know, but you can't. I don't think you can continue to have him as the face of your franchise and think you're going to win anything.
Yeah. I'm kind of like stuck on two sides of the fence with when it come to him because I do feel like I don't think he's a negative player minus his size limitations. Like I think his game, he wants to share the ball. He's a playmaker. His offensive scoring ability, like all that's cool. I think his willingness to want to be in Atlanta is new. It's refreshing. Like we don't usually get superstars that want to be here. If we get any at all, I wouldn't call him a superstar, but for our standards, he plays at a superstar level, I guess.
Mm.
Um, I was sitting here thinking while you were saying that, I'm like, it would be okay if he isn't the best player on the team, but if his contract value is saying he's supposed to be the best, that's when it becomes an issue. And if he's gonna want that extension, I'm pretty sure he's gonna want more, or if not the same that he has. And I don't know what to do with him, to be honest with you, because I'm I'm in I'm just I don't know, bro. Like I
Right.
think I've always been saying that they should wait to get that pick and see where it lands, because if you can get like what's his name, Peterson, ain't he a point guard?
No, he a two.
Okay, I mean, if you want to maybe place him at the guard, and when you get rid of Trae Young, okay, maybe. Like I don't know. I don't feel like they're good enough to really be like, we don't need Trae Young right now, because you already have the grandest asset of them all, which is the number one pick potentially. You're going to get a lottery pick. So what really are you benefiting from this year from getting rid of him? Like, fuck it, why not just ride out the rest of the season, see what him and Jalen Johnson look like, and at the end of the season, if you want to say fuck them, then let them go.
And I can agree with that. Like the rest of the season, sure. But I don't know if he makes it the rest of the season. When's All Star break? February.
His
That's
value
two.
ain't
We're
really.
gonna get a whole month of basketball. And I feel you. His value ain't that high. But if you trade him to the right team, same way the Pelicans made that dumbass trade, like that trade could still be lottery. You could still. It's not gonna be this year, but you could still get a pick that's lottery in the next few years. Like I don't know. I think you think long, you think wrong. So if the thought process you just had, where it was just like, ooh, but I don't know, and you trying to make it work in your head. I don't think it's gonna work when you got to try to make it work. Try to make this puzzle piece fit. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
It just don't go in the right spot.
but I don't feel like they really can come to that conclusion yet, because when y'all had a team built around them, y'all went somewhere, and when y'all didn't have a team, y'all haven't been anywhere. Like, so now that y'all feel like y'all got a said superstar, which we haven't seen Jalen Johnson in the playoffs, he could get to the playoffs, and that doesn't translate. Like you said, the game is predicated around wings, but your first round pick that's a wing ain't really a chicken wing for her. He's really more so a chicken nugget. So Dyson Daniels just took a step back this year after getting that contract. He has little to no offensive game. Now, granted, he's only making $7 million, but let's pump the brakes on thinking that we're better off without. Because Porzingis, who's making $30 million a year, he has an illness that he's not playing. Like
Oh yeah,
he's just playing.
two. Yeah, bye bye. I don't know what
So
that cap is. Like, you cut a nigga. I don't know what that look like.
I mean, they can't. I feel like they should just try. If that, like, we're gonna talk about AD, and I mean, if they want to try to add that with Trae and Jalen, see what that look like. I wouldn't trade that first round pick for AD. I wouldn't trade
Mm,
really a future assets for AD. I would trade something that I got now, and maybe like a lesser pick.
maybe like
But
3 years from now. Like a later
yeah,
first round.
I said the greatest asset that they have is that Pelicans pick. I don't know how they finessed them to do that, but I don't know. I just feel like the more it keep coming up, the less likely a person is to stay. We keep hearing rumors of, are they gonna move him? And then I think his like biggest thing going against him is that extension. It's kind of like
Mhm.
NFL teams with that rookie contract. Like, why would I add a big contract to my team when I could get 2 to 3 other guys and then a number one pick that's on a lesser deal? So that might be their way of thinking.
Yeah, I feel you. I was looking up that last playoff run they made, bro. 2021, they beat the Knicks in the first round. I mean, I feel like that's prior to who they were now. How about that? Um, the Sixers, that was the Ben Simmons meltdown, and then they won one game, the first game against the Bucks, and not another game after that. So I was just saying that to say like the run, I think that run can be replicated. Like I don't know if the second superstar in the semifinals, implodes on another team, but I feel like that run can be duplicated, bro. We beat a team that okay, they was all right, and so was we. We beat them, and then we had a superstar implode on himself in the second round. I think the Sixers lost that series more than the Hawks won it. And then you win one game in the Eastern Conference Finals. I don't know. I think that's replicable in my opinion. Like I don't
Yeah,
know. We ain't seen Jalen Johnson play in the playoffs. I will say Trae, him individual self had a great run in the playoffs, but I don't know, man. I do got a thing with small athletes, bro. So it might be my bias just kicking in too. But I really am like I'm cool on it, and I'm cool on your smallest player being your best player. I
yeah.
just
That's kind of why I was like, shit. If Jalen Johnson is essentially the best player now, then some of those concerns kind of quiet down. But the contract value, if I'm paying you best player money, but you're not, and I mean, shit. When he's at the top of his game, really, Jalen Johnson just got the rebounds over him, so it might not be like he's significantly a two. It's like a 1A, 1B type of situation. I'm just all for having as much talent as you got, and then
hmm
got it down the fact, especially for a team like the Hawks. Like me living here, I know damn well they really can't afford to be getting rid of nobody that's talented without seeing it at least. Like, let me see
No,
you.
I wasn't saying do it now. I wasn't saying just because of last night or nothing, do it right now. I'm just saying. So future to me means like post this year is Trey going to be in Atlanta, and I don't
I
think he
don't
should be.
know. I have no
Like
idea.
unless it just works really well, I don't think he should be. Unless that Jalen Johnson, Trae Young pick and roll, pick and pop is insane. You know what I mean? Like maybe even have in reverse, Jalen Johnson ball handler, Trey come set the screen, get a little on you or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe it could work. I see a world where it works, but yeah, like I said, it might be my small player biases. Like you said though, if Jalen Johnson is the best player now, if he's just taking a huge leap and he's just better than Trae Young, then cool.
Yeah. We'll have to see what's going on with that because yeah, well, I just know I don't like that chicken nugget we got for a first round pick, that French toast stick. I don't know how the Atlanta sports just get cursed where we get the number one pick. You want an Ant Man, nah, a K, a Wimby, nah, you get a French toast stick. Man score
And you
10.
was gonna have one regardless. First or second, you was getting French toast stick.
Well, the other French toast stick told you he don't even want to be here.
Yeah, that is true.
But he wanted to go to Washington of all places. That was
Yeah,
odd.
that's insane.
But we got the Christmas Day slate. Like I told y'all, we're gonna give y'all the preview of that. Y'all can see we in the Christmas spirit with the background, the overlay. StreamYard blessing us with some free animations.
Mm-hmm. And
Now I seen something interesting. Excuse me, YouTube, don't flag me for this. It's not my words, but on NBA Twitter, they said at that 5 o'clock game was the porn time. Now I didn't say that
the
personally.
who?
The porn time. That's the time they're gonna cut the porn on, or there's the time they're gonna go eat, go take a nap. I guess they
Oh,
miss unappealing.
okay.
Now personally on Christmas, watching porn, go be with your family. I wouldn't
That's
advise.
rough. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's rough.
Um,
Watching porn at 5 in the afternoon. God damn, I know it get dark early, but sheesh.
that's just how much people don't want to watch Dallas go to State's hoops. Apparently, I guess that. You know what? Now that I think about it, why the hell did they schedule Dallas for a Christmas game this year? You knew they lost Luca.
Well, AD would probably been healthy. Maybe
Oh
by
yeah,
Christmas,
Kyrie and
Kyrie
yeah,
possibly would have been back, and then you got the Great White Hope.
you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I
So
understand it.
I mean, shit, it really ain't. I don't really care like for predictions right about now, but just what you think about this slate. What game in particular are you like really looking at? How would you plan your day around this slate?
I'm not watching 12 o'clock basketball. 12 o'clock basketball, it'll be kids unwrapping presents, and it'll just be playing in the background. It'll be white noise. By 2:30, I'm probably looking to eat something and then watch me a good game, which would be OKC versus Spurs. At 5 o'clock, not porn time, but after I ate, it's probably nap time. So I would get up, yeah, I would go to sleep, and then I would get up probably around 8. Might miss the first portion of this game, 8:30. Got some good basketball to watch. Do some extracurricular activities that I tend to do, and watch KD give buckets. Watch Luca, as I call him, Luca Dahmer. Hopefully, you don't get flagged for that one. Uh, versus the Slim Reaper, Sengun, Baby Jokic, and then 10:30. Like I told you, I don't know how I feel about it. I might be winding down because I am going to work the next day. So hell, I gotta work on that day. But yeah, 10:30. I'm probably calling it quits. I probably end up falling asleep on that one. Look up the score in the morning. That's how my day is gonna go.
Yeah, I'm with you. 12 o'clock hoops. And then y'all competing with NFL. So depending on what games come on that day, all this might be a wash. 2:30 game. I think after seeing that first matchup, I'm definitely intrigued by that.
Hmm.
Um, like you said, at 5 o'clock, that's nap time. That food to just be settling in. Um, you know, Aria, more y'all go ahead and go lay down. We all about to take a nap because I'm just not interested in seeing Golden State play on my TV. Besides Steph Curry at this point,
That's
um,
it.
the 8 o'clock game, of course, that's the one I think I'm really looking towards. Because I want to see how LA matches up with those top teams in the West due to like the deficiencies I said earlier they got with their roster.
Hmm.
Like you said, it's that game got the star power right there alone. Luka, LeBron, KD, Sangoon, like shit. You can Reeves, you can keep going. Thompson,
A.R. Thompson.
yeah, like that's the star power game right there. And then like that 10:30 game, that's a we getting a little older. That's a give or take game. Like Unc might make it, Unc might can't. He might can't make it. So that's the one you wake up, you be like, oh, okay, so Denver did win. You're like, yeah, I couldn't make it through that game. I fell asleep. But yeah, I think it's a good slate in my opinion. Like I said, I just realized the NFL is paying on Christmas now, so shit, the NBA got to compete with that. But
Yeah.
I'll be tuned into that 8 o'clock game for sure, and that 2:30 game. The rest that 12 o'clock game definitely not. And then shit, with the way the Cavs playing now, they should have really put Detroit in that spot at this point.
I was about to say, especially as bad as fucking Cleveland been playing, nigga, I don't want to watch that. Who wants to watch that?
Yeah, no, I'm
I want
straight.
to watch kids play with their new toys, bro. Hey, go have fun. Because I'm not having any fun watching this basketball game. So you just enjoy your life. What
At
that?
all, at all. Let me see. I had another topic. So
Hmm.
you said you didn't hear the comments Mello made. Mello was on a podcast. I don't even know who podcast it was at this point. Everybody got a podcast. Um, and I really wanted to get. I just thought of another topic. Carmelo said basically that if he was Steph Curry, like in his shoes, that he wouldn't prioritize taking LeBron over him in the legacy race. He said that if he was in his shoes, he's not going to put Bron over himself. Basically saying that due to the success he's had, that Curry should feel a right to be in the GOAT race, or not lesser to LeBron James. Um, and it caused a big stir on social media due to I guess the relationship between Carmelo Anthony and LeBron. I guess because they're friends, that he's supposed to say everything pro LeBron, which I don't think he really was taking a shot at LeBron. I think
Mm-mm.
from a competitor's standpoint, he understands what it's like to be in those trenches as a basketball player in the NBA. And shit, if I got 4 rings and I got some of them against you, damn near been your equal in our careers, then hell, I feel like I should be in that conversation. So, how you feel about that? Because um, I don't really see nothing wrong with what he said. I don't agree with what he said, but if I was in Steph's position, like shit, yeah, I feel like I'm that nigga too. So, what you think?
I, I think I agree though. Like you said, from a competitive standpoint, bro, I got 4 chips, you got 4 chips. What Bron got? 4 MVPs? I got 2 MVPs, but one of mine unanimous. First ever. Like I beat you in the finals prior to Kevin Durant. So, you know, I feel him. You got the all-time scoring record. I got the most threes in NBA history. You do what you do. I would do what I do. Like, you got gold medals. I got gold medals. A gold medal, but I got one too. Goddamn it! Like, you've been playing longer than me, so you're bigger than me, more athletically gifted than I, and as far as um, the biggest accomplishments, we have all of them the same, or a lot of them the same. So yeah, as far as a competitor standpoint, 100%, I agree. And I understand where you're talking about like he should put himself in the GOAT debate. Like I understand that because if you're gonna say LeBron is the GOAT or always in the GOAT debate, and then you're comparing him to his career to LeBron's career, you throw him in there. But no, respectfully, no. Um, yeah, I think, but just flat out comparison between his career and Bron's career, yeah, I would 100% say like, or at least accolades. I can't say like major. Let me say major accolades. Let me put it there too.
Yeah.
Because LeBron got there all the accolades you can want in the NBA, but I think the major ones, the ones that people talk about the most, like Steph is right there with him. So I don't think nothing crazy Melo said, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I get it from a competitor standpoint. Like, I'm not finna bow down or belittle my accomplishments. I mean, it's respect always, but the GOAT debate was kind of where I feel like he took it too far. Like, you might feel like you better than LeBron. Now, granted, LeBron is in that debate, so 2-2 is I'm in the debate now because I feel like I'm better than him.
Yeah, that's why.
I don't agree because I just feel like the rings. I don't really look at the rings. They're a thing, but I don't use that strictly to judge. Like I think LeBron's the GOAT and he doesn't have the most rings, so that wouldn't even be an argument from me. But
Mm-hmm.
like I agree with what he said from a competitive standpoint. And speaking of Carmelo Anthony, I just saw something. Rich Paul has been making headways. I don't think we talked about this last time we was on because he had said it after the fact. Then the first comments he said he got some new comments today, but he said the first comments was when he was talking about the Lakers, basically saying that he doesn't feel like they're considered with the way President constructed.
I do
Um,
remember that.
he was going on to say things like, Austin Reeves would basically be used as a Ginobili, basically insinuating him coming off the bench. I just want to say, like, do you have a problem with a agent having a podcast? And two, do you feel like he kind of is out of pocket with things he was saying?
I think an agent having a podcast is cool, depending on topics, and he just has to have an understanding that you represent some of the biggest clients in the world, bro. So when we talking about or in the sport, you represent the biggest client in the sport. So when you talk about certain things or certain teams that they play on, we're going to think it came from them. When you're saying the Lakers are not able to compete, I'm going to think that came from LeBron James. When
Right.
you say AR should be Ginobili, okay, AR been putting on a fucking show since Braun been gone. Now Braun back, AR still doing his thing. Now AR should go to the bench and be Ginobili. But y'all he can't be Ginobili because y'all not good enough to be the Spurs, remember? So yeah, I think I'm okay with it. I think everybody should be entitled to do whatever the fuck they want to do, especially when it comes to this podcasting space. I feel like freedom of speech. How about that? But bro, I'm always think it came from somebody you represent, bro. If you represented Paulo and we was talking about the Magic, I'm gonna think everything you're saying came from him. I feel like that came from that conversation and so on and so forth, bro. So I don't really got a problem per se with the comments if that's how he personally feels, but I think that's the slippery slope you get into as a high powered agent doing podcasts, bro. I'm always think that came from your client. I'm never gonna think you have any original thoughts.
Yeah. And that was what I garnered from when I first saw it. Like, I'm always going to feel like anything he says is lock and step with how LeBron feels, especially speaking on his team.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he wasn't necessarily wrong. The Austin Reeves thing was different. Like, I get what he's saying, but that was kind of a move that Darvin Ham tried to do. Austin Reeves is just really too good to necessarily come off the bench at this point. Now, maybe
Right.
you can say, granted, the roles of who we need to be on this team in the starting lineup, like, yeah, you probably don't want two defensive liabilities necessarily at the 1 and the 2, but look, nigga, I'm in a contract year. I'm averaging damn near 30 points. Well, fuck that. I'm finna drop my points. Like, it's over
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I agree with you. Like, I know when I was watching Gil's Arena, that I know Kenyon was kind of like, I don't like an agent talking basketball. I'd rather him, if he gonna have a podcast, talk about agent things. But I'm with
Mm-hmm.
you. I want to hear the game from all type of perspectives. I want to hear an agent what he think. Shit, we listen to Stephen A. and these niggas talk. They ain't never played a day in their life, so why not? Why the
I,
agent?
I personally don't. I don't listen to Stephen A. that often. I watch First Take for the people that are on there, not him. I
Well,
watch
I
First
mean,
Take.
the
No, I
general.
get what you're saying. I just think I just had to put that out there because I've been, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I be at work trying to listen to it, and then I'll hear his takes on certain stuff, and it'd be like, bro, you are just here for the entertainment.
Oh no, it's a definitely
Right.
entertaining.
You are just
Really,
here for the
really no
entertainment.
information and no putting no game on nothing at all.
Yeah.
And then I just when I was searching up Rich Paul on Twitter today, I guess they had another episode. He made comments about LeBron and Carmelo saying that they were never a rivalry. He says that to be a rivalry, you have to meet in the playoffs or finals. Over time, it definitely wasn't a rivalry because LeBron skipped over the people that wasn't his peers. He was being held to the standard of people who weren't his peers. One was gone. He was the ghost of Michael Jordan. The other one was Kobe Bryant. We all wanted that matchup in 2009. Well, first of all, he kind of contradicted himself because LeBron and Kobe never met in the playoffs or the finals. So how is that really
Right.
a rivalry? And then he made another comment. He said that he didn't want he didn't like LeBron joining the Heat in 2010. He said that he was the biggest critic of LeBron. He did not like him going to Miami. He said D Wade told the story. I didn't speak to him or Chris Bosh at all. I was furious, but I was wrong. So I mean, you can chime in. I really just threw those out there just because it's getting a little spicy with this show that
I
he's on.
mean, I feel it. I just don't see how that makes sense. This can't be a rivalry, but we the same. We the same height. We the same size. We play the same position. We came in the same draft. Um, I was just as highly touted as you. Well, not probably not just as, but I was. I wouldn't have slouched my damn self, brother. Like I don't think we had to meet in the and then us meeting in the playoffs. How the fuck we was gonna do that? And I was in the West most of my like what?
Yeah, that didn't make sense. I guess he's trying to kind of like boost LeBron up, but LeBron definitely has had rivalries in his career. He's in the GOAT debate, but he's not to the point where he's like, oh no, I'm not compared to nobody.
Even
Like
what? Even Jordan had what?
like
Even niggas thought Clyde was fucking with Jordan, bro. What are you talking about?
KD has been a rivalry, Curry, Paul Pierce, Melo, like you said, she even D Wade to an extent. Like he's had people that we've compared him against. I don't know if he's trying to diminish Melo or what. I don't know if Melo and LeBron really got something going on because I don't know. I don't
Rich
know.
Paul make my head hurt, son.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't really like when he talk basketball. Just keep being clutch, bro.
keep being an agent, bro. Tell me how you make contracts work. Tell me how you got this nigga paid. How did you do that? What under the table workings? Who'd you call? How many phone calls you get a day? I'd rather know that much about you. I'd rather know all of that about Rich Paul. He took a phone call. I've seen a clip. He took a phone call. Max Kellerman was like, "Yeah, can I know this?" He's like, "No, you can't know what that's about." Basically, but it's just like, yeah, nigga, tell me what that's about. Tell me what the life of an agent is about. How many phone calls you get like that where you can't just eat lunch, nigga? You can't even do a regular pod because Shams is calling you, not just anybody regular. I got his goddamn Twitter notifications on. So it's just like, bro, this ain't no regular nigga calling you. This an insider calling you. You know all the inside stuff, bro. Let us know a little bit of stuff that don't matter, or let us know. Tell some stories, nigga. Oh, you remember when Braun went to the Hero, when KD went to the Warriors, nigga? Yeah, I knew this, and this happened. I would like to know that more than I would like to hear you talk basketball. You
Yeah,
good at getting niggas paid. I don't know if you're good at making niggas good at basketball. So I don't really want to hear that from you.
yeah. I'm not feeling his basketball takes to be honest with you. But like you said, I'm in favor of everybody doing what the fuck they want to do. Some people might not like our takes, but
For
tell us
sure.
tell us the agent side of things, Rich Paul, because that's what you do have the most insight on. But speaking of his agents, I mean his clients actually. Anthony Davis once again finds his way in, probably about to be on the move. Um, these are teams that they kind of put out there to be suitors for him. I've been seeing that the Hawks are like really, really interested.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you brought up the Pistons before any teams were even dropped as suitors. So what you seeing here? Like, what compensation would you be willing to give up for him? Would you be willing to trade for him? Where you see him really fitting at? Like, what you feeling with this situation?
I think it depends on how close I am to competing for real. I think I have to have a realistic talk with myself if I'm a owner, GM, whatever. So we'll start backwards for me. I think the Toronto Raptors don't need to do this. You do not need to invest your future into Anthony Davis. I need you to try again and try to get you another Scotty Barnes. I need you to do something like that. Go big game hunting in the draft, nigga. Bi was your big addition. And he's been paying dividends right now. Don't do that to yourselves. Don't do that to AD. I doubt he wants to be in fucking Canada. Um, I'm being dead ass, bro. And then y'all probably still play him at center, so it's gonna be Bi, Scotty, AD, or some version of that. Yeah, y'all still gonna play him at center. He don't want to play center. The Hawks, I think that's cool. I do think you gotta keep Jalen Johnson around though. I think if he's included, which if I'm Dallas, that's what I'm asking for. But I think if he's included, then you're cooked. This is absolutely pointless to do. And I don't know who else they would. And like you said earlier, I'm not giving up that first round pick. I don't know who else they'd be willing to take. I don't think I want to give up Nikhil. I might, but I don't think I want to.
Oh no,
He's been
no.
hooping, so I don't think I want to do that either. And they don't have that much depth for me to be like, okay, would you? I'm gonna give you Okongwu and first round picks 3, 4, 5 years from now. Like what else you gonna get? Maybe Ricochet too. Okongwu, Ricochet, and something, but that's just killing some of your depth as like Atlanta for a guy that might not play that much. That's why I think Detroit is the perfect situation. You got Jalen Duran who already plays center. You don't have to play center the whole time, AD. And trade package wise, you got Jay Ivey. You got who's young. He just coming off injury, so I think Dallas would be intrigued by that. You got Tobias Harris. You got your own version. You got another PJ. You know what I'm saying? Some depth right there. They got draft picks. Who else they got on their team? That's a little. Maybe they want a shooter. I think they got Steve Mikhailuk on their team. Like it's. I just think Detroit got the best possible package, like in general. So I'm gonna go Detroit. Not sure exactly what happened to JC, but yeah, I'm going Detroit first. I'm gonna go Atlanta second, and then I'm gonna go Toronto third.
My bad. I did some dumb shit. I was trying to pull up the Pistons cap sheet, and I exited out Streamyard.
It's all good, all good.
Because
I
I
tried to
know,
hold it down.
I know that when you make these trades work nowadays, shit, you got to make the contracts match up.
I make
So
the money match.
depending on who you want to get rid of, really depending on who can make the contract match. I know personally, Atlanta Porzingis making 30 million, so you definitely probably gonna
I
split.
forgot about him, but I don't. If I'm Dallas, do I even want Porzingis? We did that
But that's my thing.
personally.
How does Dallas feel about what's their goal for this trade? If you're trying to get better, you don't really trade AD to me, in my opinion. Be like, we just want him off the roster. We're gonna build through Coop. The year's kind of lost. Let's get something for him. Then maybe because I think Porzingis might be on an expiring contract. So I think having 30 million expirings will do you better than keeping AD around, who's making 54 million this year, jumps up to 58 next year, 62 after that.
Damn,
It's
54,
crazy.
58, 62. I got 54, 58, 62.
Whew.
So what
Only
we
option.
looking at? What we looking at? Are we talking about this year or next year? Let's see. Make the
This
money
is
match.
Detroit. So I mean, to match up to 54, you said throw Jaden Ivey in there. That's 10. I think Beef Stew would probably have to be gone.
What's his? What's
At
that?
15, that'd be 25. We really
Yeah,
struggle.
man.
Tobias can get the fuck on. That's
And
26 right there.
Tobias 26?
Yes.
Yeah, I threw him in there because he don't play in the first place over there.
To
But
not be playing for 26 on the cap is insane.
we had 51, bro. We need $3 million
Oh
to
yeah,
make this happen.
we can get somebody down here, Paul Reed or Marcus Sasser, somebody.
Yeah, Marcus. I like Marcus because Paul Reed is a little depth, so I like Marcus. Uh, yeah, and I don't know if we gotta. They pay money though, so we could just pay that. Throw Marcus in there with that 2.8, and then that extra 200,000. I give you in cash considerations.
Yeah, I like the Detroit one and the Atlanta one. I think Detroit is
So
in a
what's
position.
that? Jaden, Tobias. You said beef stew,
Yep.
and I don't know who the fuck that is. Marcus. They call that nigga Marcus for AD. And none of these niggas really play. Jaden, I don't even know if he's played this year coming off that injury yet.
I think he played a little,
Um,
if I'm not mistaken.
Tobias don't really play. Beef Stew, that's a depth piece they actually use, but I think Paul Reed can do what he does. Um, Marcus, well, I can kind of be a toss up between them two. Between Beef Stew and what's the other big that you named? Oh, Paul Reed. I think it might be a toss up there.
Yeah, I think Atlanta wise, like you said, I'm not giving up Jalen Johnson, so I think you got to start with Porzingis. I really don't want to give up Okongwu, so I think Ricochet and then probably Luke Kennard.
What you got? 30, 13. That's 43. Where Luke at?
Luke making 11,
That's right on the head too.
and then you might
That's
got
54.
pick in there just because I know you taking Porzingis, and I know it's kind of like a ask, so I'll throw a future pick in there, but you're
hmm
not getting that number one pick, not this year, and those two
Okay,
valuable.
so if I'm Dallas, which one do I like more?
Well, Porzingis is a no starter; he's not going to play.
But he that expiring as you brought up.
Right. Ricochet has the he's a number. You got another number one overall pick on your roster. Maybe you can make it work. He's only 20 years
Maybe,
old.
yeah, maybe he pans out in a
Luke
little bit.
Kennard, I mean, he can shoot.
Okay. No, I'm real life writing it down, trying to see which one I like more. And
So
then what you said, a first, let's say a
I'll
first round pick,
throw you a first round pick.
2 years from now, so 2027, 2028.
Yeah, cause let me see. I don't future picks. Let me see what future picks the Hawks got. 2026. They got. I think they traded with the Bucks again next year too. So they get the least favorable pick of the Pelicans and the Milwaukee Bucks. 2027.
See.
These NBA trades be so like so many different
And maybe even 2029. If that's their own pick, they would not expect to be bad in 2029.
yeah,
So,
or 2028. 2029, like you said, like shit, let me throw you one more year on there so I can let these guys kind of develop. I think that would
mhm.
change the Hawks' complete outlook if they was to get an AD though this year, if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, that's always a thing with him for sure. But that's why I said the Pistons, though, because if he don't stay healthy, the guys you traded don't play anyway.
Right.
So it don't really matter. You've gotten to the number one seed. You in the number one seed right now without Jaden playing heavy minutes, without Tobias, without Beef Stew really playing no heavy minutes. Even if you want to replace him, if you like him that much, think he brings some sort of attitude, then Paul Reed, throw Paul in there instead of
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's gonna come down to whoever package look better to the
I'm
Mavs.
about to say, and I'm willing to throw in the first two because we're not gonna be good. We're not gonna be bad this year.
Right.
I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. You don't. They giving you a 2029. I give you a 2028. I beat it by a year.
Start a little bidding war.
Yeah, basically,
Whole time for this nigga to come over here and twist his ankle.
pretty much.
But
Pretty much.
we gonna get to these last two. I'm not. You know what? I did want to talk about that Warriors email because I feel like that was funny. Before we talk about this MVP ladder and this Rookie of the Year, um, yeah, I'm finna email Arthur Blank if we moving
I'm
like
about to
this,
say, why are you emailing fans? How does that even work?
bruh. He was bored at work and just saw this email. Let me see. Let me move this. So if y'all don't know, basically, wasn't it a fan?
Mm-hmm.
A fan basically emailed the Warriors. I guess I don't know even know. Did he email the owner or the GM?
Lakem is the owner.
Yeah, if y'all ain't seen the email, like he sent them an email saying that Jimmy Butler wasn't being utilized correctly. He's talking about they need a real second option. And he just was like, he's just frustrated, basically. Like it's a fan being frustrated, probably not even thinking it's really gonna get no response. But
Right.
the owner actually responded to it and said, "You can't be as frustrated as me." And he said, "I'm working on it. It's complicated style of play, coach's desire regarding players, league trends. Jimmy is not the problem." And I just feel like this is funny. Like I don't really got nothing analytical really to look at. It's just so funny that the owner actually responded. Um,
And they had an in-depth conversation according to that article. Like they went back and forth. That wasn't just a you emailed me about how frustrated you were, and I emailed back trying to calm you down. This was you responded again, and I did too. This is a flat out conversation. This is a full blown conversation.
yeah, that's wild. But it just go to show you that inside the building, like well, I know we talked about Golden State, they got the same concerns, and he kind of listed out some of the reasons. Just man, the roster, we can't really use Jimmy how we want to use him. Like shit, we our roster is calling for him to be used in other ways. So wow, I didn't even see Trae Young's gonna be out tonight against the Spurs.
Yeah, on the back to back. He's
Yeah,
sitting.
I wonder if Wemby playing because the Spurs play yesterday too. I think.
He is. I am currently betting on him right now in Prize Picks.
Hey man, y'all folks put your tabs in, though. But if we recommend something that don't hit, don't say you got it from us.
Oh no, I was as my dad would call me. I was Jimmy the Greek yesterday, nigga. Feel me? I put in a ticket for me, my girl, and my mama. They all hit, all green beans. You know what I'm saying? And of two different varieties, nigga had the football game and basketball games cooking last night.
Straight cooking. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up with these last two. We got the MVP ladder. I know we talked about this on the first episode we did, but ain't nothing really changed. You still got Jokic first, Shea second. I don't know if Jokic was first actually the last time we talked about this.
Mm-mm.
I think Shea might have been first.
Shay was.
So
Shay
yeah,
was.
Jokic is overtaking Shea as first. Luka is at that 3 spot still. Jalen Brunson has made his way in the top 5 due to Wemby.
K.
That boy Cade Cunningham at number 5. Then you got your next 5: Wemby, Jalen Brown, Sengun, Ant Man, and Tyrese Maxey. So what you think about this 5?
Well deserved for all, including Cade. No, I fuck with Cade if y'all can't tell, but I think it's cool. I don't know. Okay, Jalen Brunson is putting up numbers, but uh, I got to think with small athletes, bro. I don't. There's something about it. There's something about it. Something about it. But no, I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I think I might got a bigger problem with the next 5 that don't even count. I think I got a problem with the honorable mentions, not even the 5 that's in there.
Who
And
you
nigga,
got?
Wemby played like 6 games. What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah,
Wemby done play like 5, 6 games. Jalen Brown, okay, sure. I'm not. I guess he's keeping his team afloat. They're not as good as they were. He's putting up good numbers. He averaging about 25, 20 something like that. You know, cool, cool. Sengun, I can see that. I think he's doing more for that Rockets team than KD is for sure. Ant, I told you I watch Minnesota and don't think I see a superstar, and I fuck with Ant. I done coached for his basketball team, done met Ant, been around Ant, all of that, and I still don't. I don't feel that. I don't think it's him. I think it's like I said, they play Jaden McDaniels. You got KD, I got Jaden McDaniels. They play that kind of basketball. And then Maxi, I think that's more of like a your situation is awful and y'all aren't terrible. So I think I got more of a problem with the second half of the list than I do the first half. And 5 more. You
listed
know,
after you. They got Jalen Johnson, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray,
I
Reeves.
read them first 3 names. I don't even.
Jalen
Anybody
Johnson
can see.
stats, but like, bro, you in the play-in still. Donovan Mitchell, you in the play in. Austin Reeves, you doing your thug thizzle, but All-Star game would be where we start for you. Like, damn, nigga, you MVP voting.
Man,
And then
pipe down.
Towns getting Jamal Murray. I mean, he always All-Star game for you too, though. Like, I don't think he's ever made an All-Star. Let's pipe down. I feel like I'm not even gonna talk about the next five because them just be niggas who just stay throwing there to feel good. But the real five, like you said, shout out to Cade, ascending star in his league, number one seed in the East. He gotta be on this list at this point with these numbers he's got. Jalen Brunson, I mean, the Knicks have quietly made their way up to 2. I think the Cup game is giving them a little bit more exposure just to how good they can be. But with the Knicks, it's always kind of just like that thing where it's like, okay, can you do it in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jalen Brunson isn't a guy I don't even think you really consider for MVP, but he's good enough to be in the running. The back of the race, though, not the front of the race. And it might be those little legs. I don't know that he can't get to the front of the race. Luka,
Okay.
I
Take a
think
lot more steps.
Yeah, I think Luka kind of is working an uphill battle because I feel like a lot of people look at his stats as like not as impactful. But if you look at it, I mean, shit, he's really carrying the Lakers in a sense. If we're gonna go off of most valuable, if you take Luka off the Lakers and Shea off the Thunder and Jokic off the Nuggets, I think OKC would clearly probably still be the best team.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're going off based the most valuable, then Luka and Jokic are more valuable to their team than Shea to the Thunders. But Shea is such of a player, and the Thunder are so good that he's in the MVP vote. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I'm just saying if we're gonna break down the actual meaning of the award,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's always about a narrative, it's always about a story. I mean, shit, Luka, he lost the weight. I've been making the case for him because I think he should be MVP based off of that. Like,
Oh, I thought he should have won the last one.
you feel me? Like, I predicted it. Like, okay, and he's leading the league in scoring. So I mean, I don't know what it's gonna take necessarily because that number one seed probably over with. But I mean, shit, the Nuggets ain't the number one seed either, though, and Jokic is number one right now on the ladder. So I doubt that's strictly what it is. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Luka's kind of not the superstar darling that the other two are, in my opinion.
I can't say that.
I mean, he's a superstar, but I think he's like, as far as MVP voting, I think he's kind of like the black sheep between the three. Like, we don't like the aesthetic of his game. We think the stats are kind of empty. Shea is like, okay, see, they're a fun team, jovial, jumping up and down and shit. Jokic is the Joker, triple double guy, and then Luka is like, we know his story, but he got a little bit of dirt on his name. His former franchise, and shitted on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he kind of got kind of an uphill battle, like a negative reputation. Not
Yeah. I feel you. Charles Barkley won MVP. The round mound rebound. That's all I say to niggas like that. Hey, yeah, I was talking about the nigga was fat. He used 30-point triple double when he was fat. Now he's a 35-point triple double. So
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting, but I just realized Giannis is completely gone. So yeah, your point about Wemby is kind of true though, because like, okay, Giannis is completely gone, but Wemby been gone and he only fell to bottom like the 6th spot.
Giannis just left.
It's all about
Giannis just got hurt. No, they want Wemby to win everything. They want him to win DPOY. They want him to have a clean sweep of awards one year, and I think it'll probably happen because it's narrative driven. But 100%, bro. That's why he always floats around these MVP conversations. The nigga is played. Let's see. I'm gonna just look it up. Let me see. No, this is giving me all time. Nigga, I don't want all time.
Wemby didn't miss a few games this year. He only played in 14 games this year.
There you go. That's half the year.
And I'm pretty sure Giannis has played more than 14 games. Giannis has played he's played in 17.
And if he's not averaging 30, scroll down for me, please. just a little bit. One more to the next five. That next five group. Yeah, I don't even think he got better numbers than none of them niggas on the list.
Yeah, because Maxi's averaging a 30 ball. Jalen Brown down there averaging 30. I mean, Giannis is averaging 28.9, 10 rebounds, 6 assists in 17 games played. You can't tell me Wemby stats are significantly. He's averaging 25, 12 on 14 games played. So how is he six? I mean, is it because Giannis's team is ass? But
And the defense, but shit, they
also,
they won 12 games without Wemby. So
most valuable player, is he really that? If anything, Giannis's case is stronger. He left, his team turned shit. Wemby left, his team is still doing what they need to do.
no comment, bro.
But yeah, man, we go wrap it up with the young guys today. Cause I know you said you had somebody that you wanted to throw in there. I haven't looked at the official one, but I'm about to pull it up right now. Like we already gave him a shout out. Cooper Flag has been doing his thing. Um, I don't watch a lot of Mavs. I can't tell you the reasoning for his flip. Besides, he's just getting more comfortable with the league. That's all I can really tell you.
Yeah,
Uh,
pretty much. They took him off ball too. He get to play wing now.
Don is with the Hornets doing his thing. He's number two.
That is who I was gonna talk about, by the way.
Yeah,
Con Knipple. My dog. He been hooping.
he might make that LaMelo Ball transition a little bit easier for them.
Yeah, I read an article that said they already consider him face of the franchise. Not saying like they want to get rid of LaMelo, but they do consider him face of the franchise. LaMelo's just another guy.
I mean, he's not available.
No, I agree.
He's
They
not.
said the article I read said it wants to see him, Brandon Miller, and Khan together. They played last night or the night before
And
together,
they look good
and they
last.
had man, and they look good. And they said they tied an NBA record for most threes and a half with 18. So you know, it might work out that way. Maybe Lamelo just plays a little better. Maybe he be pressing. Maybe that's why he get hard. I mean, get hurt.
Hey yo,
Pause. Hey
I,
yo,
I want to
pause.
I want to see them play because I feel like the biggest regret as a GM is being like we never got to see what we had because they just wasn't available. I
Hmm.
think if Khan, LaMelo, they got Miles over there still, Brandon, that's a good young nucleus in the East. It
Yeah.
ain't championship or nothing, but like, bro, we better than what the fuck we've been doing, but we just can't get our guys on the floor. So if he's not a part of the plan, Con Knipple is making that transition. And then they got the other guy too they drafted this year, the white the center.
Talk Brenner. I fuck
Yep.
with him too. So he
And
cool.
then we got the other three. Pelicans got two guys on this list. Derek Queen at number 3, Jeremiah Fears number 4, and then VJ Edgecombe rounds it out at number 5. Edgecombe. But how you pronounce his last name?
I say Edgecombe. I don't.
I think I heard him on the TV the other day saying that it wasn't Combe or it was Edgecombe. You're gonna be Combe today, nigga. All right. Then you got your next 5. Said over there with Memphis. He was number 4 on the ladder. Last ladder they dropped. He's dropped Dylan Harper. Um, Dylan Harper, I like his game a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
Man, loved him. Love watching him play at Rutgers.
Nimhard with the Mavs, shifty little motherfucker, just like his brother. I think we
Mm-hmm.
talked about him on the shout out segment last time. I'm not familiar with this Maxine guy from the Kings. I haven't really seen much of him.
They say a Frenchman. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
And then we got Kalkbrenner from the Hornets at number 10. So I really feel like this 5 is gonna be the standard 5 for the year. Maybe Dylan Harper can make his way in. I think VJ kind of quieted down a little bit after the hot start he got off to.
Yeah, for sure.
But the
I agree with it.
Pelicans got something going on down there. Like, is the Zion transition a little bit easier now?
No, 100%. I like Jeremiah Fears coming out of Oklahoma. I really wanted Brooklyn to draft him. And then Derek Queen is, one of those Joker variants. And that's who they traded. That's who they traded the first round pick for to the Hawks. So uh, yeah, I mean I've seen him play. I think both of them just got to get consistent. I think they're going through the normal rookie things where it's like, oh no, this is a long season, bro. I got to be consistent in my role. But I 100% think if they want to get off Zion right now, they could, and it would not do anything to them. I love Trey Murphy, um, Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears. You got a one, a three, a four, 5 guy. Like he's got to fill in some of the gaps, in my opinion.
Yeah, they gotta. I think them in like seeing the 3 and 4 guy on the ladder, and then seeing Knipple on the ladder really just makes me look at their respective teams and kind of say like, okay, we can let go of LaMelo, we can get rid of Zion now. I'm not saying like we're pre crowning these guys, but they giving us the potential. Like they showing us something like we don't have to try to hold on to these guys who are not available anymore. We got something brewing here, especially the Pelicans because they got 2 of them.
Remember what I told you, bro? Availability and accountability, and Zion and Lamelo are neither one.
Facts.
Lamelo buys golf carts and shit, and gets a new tattoo every day. Zion likes um, porn stars. He'll be with her during that 5 o'clock game on Christmas. So like, he also is also not accountable for his own weight. So
Oh,
yeah,
that.
accountability and availability, bro, and they suck at them both. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. And then shit, Cooper being number one, I really feel like I said to start it off, it's really his award to win based off narrative. So all he had to do was just add the play to go with it. But he's definitely turned it up. It's not that he's like winning it off of narrative. He's playing
right,
the best out of them, in my opinion, right now. They all their teams are ass, so you can't. Well, VJ's team is a little better, but I wouldn't say he's like the key cog in that. Cooper Flag,
yeah,
Avs go where Flag takes them at this point.
yeah. I could say the same thing about the Hornets and Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, shit. To wrap it up, do you pretty much feel like it's said and done? I mean, it's too early to really say that. I ain't gonna lie, but
Way
what
too early to say that.
I feel like these are the. I don't know, cause Derek Queen. I was gonna pose the question like, shit, is it between them two? But shit, Derek Queen be doing his thing too. I ain't gonna lie.
Uh,
Who would you, if you had to, if you was a bet, you are a betting man, so if you had to go ahead and throw a little USD on it, who would you predict right now for the coin?
Cooper. These are all narrative awards. Every single award is narrative driven, except and even MVP is narrative driven. So yeah, Coop. If he continues to do this, like Khan average more points, like not even a full less rebound, and the same amount of assists. But he plays for the fucking Charlotte Hornets, and he's a normal sized white kid. That's not very athletic. Cooper is extremely athletic. Got drafted first overall to a team that just lost a superstar, and he came in averaging 20. And he also is he's the youngest player to score 40 points or 30 points in a game. So
Yeah.
it's all narrative driven. So if I had to put bucks on it, for sure it would be on Coop.
Yeah. And I just think with the amount of national exposure the Mavs definitely probably got more primetime games than the Hornets got. And the
Yeah,
fact
for
that
sure.
they can sneak into the play-in tournament, and so he might be playing playoff basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably have to lean Cooper as well. Not gonna yay. But we
That's
read a little bit over today, but that's all good. We gave y'all some content, man. Like I told y'all at the beginning, we are both 4 away from respective follower counts. I'm 4 away from 100. He is 4 away from 300. Yes. Go ahead with the graphic. Hold on. There we go. Subscribe.
mm,
Subscribe. Y'all subscribe to the channel. We won't have to hold paper up to let y'all know we can get some cool little animations in here. We can do some things.
mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna post the mailbag for next time we get on here on the socials.
Okay.
But y'all do it on the comments on here. If y'all got any questions about any NBA related things, bro, trades, beefs, anything like what we think, who gonna win, what, y'all let us know down in the comments, man. But as always, appreciate you for joining me. Y'all folks enjoy y'all holidays. We will not be on here next week. Well, I know most likely we will not be for Christmas. This is y'all Christmas episode, okay? So when we come back, we'll go over those Christmas games besides the 5 o'clock, the porn hour. But yeah, man, y'all folks like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Like people like to say, we're gonna do random stuff until this ends.